Hi, good afternoon. My name is Trish Collatos. I'm the Health and Wellness Nurse at the Senior Center in Franklin. And today is going to be our first of 5 sessions of exercise, balance, and stability to create us maintaining our balance and maintaining our safety being on our feet. We usually do these at the Senior Center. However, due to COVID, we are doing things differently. But the number one thing when we start out with these classes, we talk about home safety. Most falls occur in the elderly at home, and it's the number one cause of hospitalizations for anyone over 65 years old. So our goal at the Senior Center is to make sure that everyone can stay home and be safe and be happy. So look around your house, look for things that will make you trip. It could be the garden hose, it could be electrical wires, it could be a chair that has wheels on, it could be scattered rugs. It's numerous different things. Make sure you have a light at your bedside, and make sure you have a light going into your bathroom, and especially going downstairs. We'll do a whole nother day talking about safety at home with stairs, but for today we're going to talk a little bit about what exercises you can do to promote balance and stability. The number one thing that we recommend and we talk about is the same thing animals do every time they wake up. Every animal stretches. They stretch when they take a nap, they stretch when they sleep for 12 hours. So we recommend that everyone, once they're out of bed and they're stable on their feet, is to do a nice long stretch. And this can be done with holding on to a chair with one hand or two hands, whatever you feel comfortable with, or leaning against the wall. If you're going to lean against an object, make sure it is a stable, sturdy object. Nothing with wheels, nothing that's very light that's going to move. Here we're in a grass setting on a lawn chair. We know that's not going to go anywhere. So again, make sure that you use either a counter or a chair that is not going to move on yourself. And if you have any questions during these exercises, please don't hesitate. You can email me. The email address is on the website. And like I said, this is going to be the first one out of 5 series. Each series is going to be about 20 minutes, and each time we'll have a different topic to talk about. But the number one thing is maintaining safety and maintaining us and preventing from falls. So let's get started with the stretch. Again, we talked about how animals stretch every day. Use a wall, use a chair. I'm going to mimic maybe using a chair on how to stretch. As you can tell, my feet will be up and down like this, but also make sure you raise your hands way up high. And you hold these for 30 seconds. And you do a rotation of maybe 5 or 6. So being that, it actually opens up your airways and your lungs, and it gives you some fresh air and better circulation. So stretching initially is the number one thing. So without a chair, you just do this. You have a wall behind you, you can have the wall flat behind you and go up and down the wall. If you need to use the chair, you can use one hand with the chair or use 2 hands with the chair. So that is our number one exercise that we recommend. The second one is very simple, is holding onto the chair, one hand, 2 hands, whatever you feel comfortable. It's just doing simple leg lifts. If you have a hip replacement or knee replacement, just make sure that you don't go too far out of your range. And if it hurts, then you stop. And you do a combination of these, that 5, 10 in a row, whatever you feel comfortable with. Again, one hand, 2 hands, but a sturdy chair or countertop to hold on to. And again, you just do it on the opposite side. Take your time, take deep breaths in between. It's a very, very simple, and it's a good stretching exercise. So we have a stretch and we have the leg lifts. The next one is very simple. Again, you hold on to the chair, make sure your legs are hip length apart, always be abducted. Another little tidbit that we give is when you're standing in a line or during a conversation, it's always best to stand with your legs abducted, which are apart, versus standing still. Think of this as a bowling pin and how easy that is to knock over, versus someone who stands like a tree trunk and they have more stability on the ground. So getting back to the exercise, one hand or 2 hands, and you just go slowly up and down. If you have a total knee replacement, just go as far down and as comfortable as you can be. And just do nice and slow, and do a series of 10. And these can be done in the morning, in the afternoon, as you're watching TV, or as you're waiting for something to be cooking. Very simple exercise. So the next one is